Subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get all the latest updates. The opposition has targeted the government, accusing it of willfully and deliberately suspending question hour in the imminent session of Parliament. This, they say, is a murder of democracy. The government is turning around and saying that, in fact, opposition leaders were consulted before this decision was taken. And this is a precautionary measure given the coronavirus pandemic. What's the truth? On this face-off this evening, we're joined by Mohan Kumaramangalam, leader of the Congress Party, and we're also joined by Shantanu Gupta, who's a commentator and a right-wing idolo. Let me start with you, Mohan. We have seen a statement from the ministers in the government basically saying that, in fact, all parties were consulted before this decision was taken, and this is a case of the parties complaining after the fact, not during the conversation, that this is driven by the coronavirus pandemic and not by any other reason. Are you guys being conspiracy theorists?
I mean, this is a little bit of he says, she says now, right? I mean, they're saying that they did consult us, but we have our members of parliament as well as other opposition members of parliament who have come out openly and protested against this and questioned the reason for this decision. Now, frankly, we're at a point in the coronavirus pandemic where we've opened up public transport. And if you look around major cities, it's almost like life is going back to normal. So I'm not really clear how they're going to prevent the spread of the coronavirus by not answering questions in parliament. Are the few officers the ministers have to consult such a big risk? And that's what I've heard has been said, which is that because the ministers have to answer questions in parliament, they'd have to consult with their officers, their secretaries, and that could pose a risk to them. Is it that they don't have access to communication tools that we are using right now to get clarity on the same questions? It's an eyewash. I mean, it makes no sense. And there are several questions. Okay. And at this point, frankly, I don't know what members of parliament could do. I mean, you've taken away the MP lad from them already. And now you're taking away their right to question the government and to be the voice, to represent the voice of their people. So what exactly is it that they're supposed to do in parliament?
Shantanu, let me put it to you that the government has stood firm on the decision to proceed with the NEET-J exams despite millions of students saying otherwise. And one of the things that kids kept repeatedly saying to me was that if parliament isn't functioning normally, if parliament isn't functioning fully, why do you expect us to take these exams? Now, if the situation is really better, I'm not saying throw caution to the winds. You can practice social distancing and all of that which is being practiced, which is going to be practiced. Why should you need to sacrifice questioning?
See, Barkha, there's a set of procedures that Lok Sabha Secretariat and Rajya Sabha Secretariat has issued, right? It has not only that question hour not be happen, maybe the private member bills cannot happen. There is a change of timing, that 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. Somebody will say, no, I sleep till 11 o'clock. I am habitual to the 11 o'clock timing. This is murder of my sleep time, somebody will say. Now
you're just being...
People will say, you never know. There are politicians in Congress who go for a 11 o'clock dharna at 2 o'clock. And eat samosas, you know that well, right? And then weekend is on.
This is nonsense. We're not going to have personal attacks.
Weekend is on. Now the weekend is also on. They say, no, you're murdering my weekend. See, it's extraordinary time.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
It's extraordinary time. It's extraordinary time. So they take extraordinary measures. I think some set of questions not asked in one session of parliament will. How can it tantamount to murder of democracy? And I'm not sure our unstarred questions are also stopped. Unstarred questions can still go to my understanding.
But
oral question just to reduce the time so that everything can happen. Now there are shifts of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. That's why just to manage the time it's happened. Unstarred question I think can still go.
So Mohan, let me put it to you that the opposition may have exposed facto thought of this narrative. And I say this because when some of the parliamentary panels were meeting, there were opposition leaders among them, not necessarily the Congress, but certainly some of the regional parties who were not in favor of physical meetings. They were in fact suggesting virtual meetings, right? Now, given that level of fear, is it unreasonable for the government, which insists that it's taken all parties on board before it reached this decision, to suspend things for one session? This is not suspending question hour forever.
This isn't. Barkha, this isn't suspending. And first of all, question hour has never been suspended in a normal session. There have been cases in the past, but those have only been special sessions. So let's put that on record. The other thing I want to say is this isn't just suspending one part of the session. This is suspending the only time that public representatives can put the government on the mat on a range of issues. This is parliamentary procedure. There has to be some valid reasoning. You cannot just say there's a pandemic and therefore we're suspending it. There isn't any rationale also on how you're going to minimize exposure.
The whole word is really good. It's not just a pandemic. Let's not trivialize it, Mohan, please. People have died. Multiple people have died. It's not just a pandemic.
But Shantanu, isn't there a contradiction?
I mean, this is semantics.
Shantanu, isn't there a contradiction in sending our children to take exams? If Parliament is unable to lead by example, I would think that if we want the country to unlock economic activity, it is time to say that the situation is under control and at least Parliament can function.
That's why Parliament is functioning. That's why Parliament is functioning. Only thing under some procedures at certain time, even on weekends, there is a schedule to it. So that's why one session is one particular parliamentary procedure is suspended just for one session.
Okay,
and as you told, to my understanding, Rajnath Singh ji has talked to a lot of party members, a lot of other party members. It's almost like GST. In GST Council, they all agree. They come out and say GST Gabbar Singh Tag, Gabbar Singh Tag. They all agree. All the Congress and every party finance minister agrees inside the GST Council, and they come out and say GST is bad. GST.
That's a fair
almost the same. It's almost the same procedure.
No. It's absolutely not the same procedure to treat. No. Listen, Barkha. Listen. Let's make it clear. You're treating question hour or 0 hour as sort of any other hour in Parliament, and I think that's where I'm, raising the question that it's not like any other hour in Parliament. 20 questions can be answered orally in question hour. 230 questions can be answered in written. So why are you not taking the 230? In fact, let's not meet at all. You're saying the minister has to meet a few people to get answers to his questions, and the fear is so high of doing that you will not respond to anything that the opposition raises. And it's not like we're issueless right now. There are such a wide range of issues that the government needs to respond on.
So Shantanu, I think that's a fair point.
Because you're escaping.
Shantanu, I think that's a fair point. And look at where we are today. We have a situation in Eastern Ladakh. We have an economy that's contracted by 23.9%. We have the management of the pandemic. We have the state of our migrant workers, right? We have a whole lot of very grave issues before us. And I think the country would benefit from a robust debate and a demand of accountability from the government of the day. Right? That's what Parliament is for. Why would you all not say we are ready to face any questions, bring it on? That is what a confident government says, right? See,
Barkha, do you really think the government want to avoid any question just to defer it by one session? I'm saying that's naivety to even think, right? On a start, question can still be asked. Party spokesmen are going on channel after channel to every debate. It's not that government is running away. I'm saying there's session of the watched off just by the ruckus created by the parliament, by the opposition, right? Were they not parliament session wasted? A lot of money wasted, right? Just because at the procedure, and that's what de facto, it's a later thought, right? They agreed, as I told you, the GST example. They all agreed, that's fine. And as you already told, in a lot of parliamentary committees, a lot of opposition leaders are saying that we don't want physical meeting. And just allow me to give you a trivia. I was just checking PRS legislative side. In between 2014 to 2019, Rahul Gandhi, by the way, asked 0 questions. Just a trivia to be on record.
Yeah. Okay,
that's a
fair point. The reason that's a fair question.
What is the point?
Let me add to that. Mr. Gandhi does all these videos. He does all of these videos because he feels the mainstream media is captured, and he does all of these videos raising some of the issues that he wants the government to answer for. I think Shantanu is making the point that if Parliament is the only space where that can happen, then his record, at least between 14 and 19, has not been good. Did you also look at the 19 to where we are record?
The PRS legislative data is giving currently 2014 to 19. The number is 0. I checked a couple of other dynasts from BJP. Anurag Thakur, 300 questions. Poonam Mahajan, they're asking more questions to their own government than Rahul Gandhi is asking to the opposition, which is fine.
Okay, Mohan.
Barkha, this is. I mean, I'm not into making personal attacks on anybody, and frankly,
this is data.
0 hour in. Hold on a second. Let me finish. I didn't interrupt you while you went on your tirade. Listen, if 0 hour in question hour is reserved purely for Mr. Rahul Gandhi, please let us know. Because I'm not talking only as Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
Anyway,
hold on a second. I didn't interrupt you.
Prime Minister is not using.
I mean, I don't understand. I mean, if I'm not interrupting you, please.
Okay. Shantanu, let Mohan. Okay, fair enough. Mohan, make your point. Then Shantanu respond.
Yes, let me just say it's comical that Shantanu said that Parliament is not the only place that the government can answer questions. He actually said spokespersons were answering questions on TV channels. Is he actually considering the party spokespersons as people who are going to respond for administrative and policy of the government? And I'd be very interested to know if that's what the BJP's viewpoint is. The government ministers are responsible to parliament. They are accountable to parliament. That is where people's representatives are allowed to raise questions, and they're chiefly raised during the question hour and 0 hour. I think there's no contest here. To say it's like a weekend hour or a sleeping hour, it makes light of entire parliament procedure. And I'm reminded of the fact that when Mr. Modi first took charge, he came and he put his head down on the steps of parliament, sort of paying obeisance to it. And at this point, he's just willing to throw parliamentary procedure out the window with no rational explanation.
Okay, now let's get Shantanu to respond to this. Shantanu, while of course, as a sort of conservative voice on the right, you are entitled to point out Mr. Gandhi's sort of lack of participation in that questionnaire, I think there is a counter question which is also valid. The questionnaire is not just about Rahul Gandhi, it's not about any one MP, it's about the institution of parliament. And if the government wants to convey a certain confidence in that, both in the capacity to take questions and in the dealing with the pandemic, the best way would be with precautions for parliament to function fully.
I never said, as Mohanji said, I never said that TV debates can make up or Barkha show can make up for the parliament floor, for sure.
Mine to not. I have no such delusions of grandeur. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I'm happy to rewind the tape on that.
Okay. Anyway, Shantanu, now let Shantanu speak. Mohan, now let Shantanu speak.
Yeah, nobody sure. But when you said that government is avoiding questions, my only point is that just by avoiding those 230 oral questions for one session, do you think can government avoid question? I'm saying government is anyway answering. I think, to my understanding, I don't know the clarity. Unstarred question is still allowed. The written questions are still allowed. And I'm saying the party spokesmen are going. It's not that all of them hidden. Oh, Corona, I will not answer anything. Party spokesmen are going and taking answers on any policy matter. And a lot of these spokesmen are member of parliaments also. So that's something they're not avoiding question, but yeah, just for the logistics of
Shantanu,
the schedule that they
Shantanu, let me ask you, Shantanu, when was the last time the Prime Minister actually answered questions in a press conference? Let me remind you also that leaders of countries around the world during this pandemic held press conferences on a daily basis, whereas the Prime Minister just chose to give his monologues in 3 or 4 sessions, after which he disappeared. So why are you talking about someone who's not even the leader of the opposition right now in parliament, and you're targeting him? I'd like you to answer for why the Prime Minister isn't doing more press conferences. Since he's not willing to take questions in parliament, I'd be happy if he took them even outside parliament, but he isn't doing that either.
Okay, I think let me ask both of you final questions. Shantanu, I think it's an important point. Mr. Modi, while he's done a series of interviews, has not done press conferences. His predecessor, Dr. Manmohan Singh, was not so hot on interviews, but did an annual press conference, as far as I can remember, did a whole bunch of press conferences. So they have two completely different approaches to this. Secondly, on our television channels, there is only one story playing out. I'm not going to get into the merits or demerits of that story, but where is the questioning on all of these other issues that I've mentioned beyond the Sushant Singh murder? The Sushant Singh murder / suicide, I don't know what it is. So I want to just say the tragedy. I'll call it the tragedy because I don't know what it is. But I'm saying that there are things happening around us that concern millions of people, right? Shantanu, our mainstream television is not discussing.
See,
our Prime Minister has not addressed a press conference. Please address that.
See, me and you cannot decide what is the editorial line a particular channel will take. And I remember during Nitish Katara case, Jessica Lal murder case, during all such cases, because that's TRP, maybe that's sensational, a lot of TV channels did that, right? So that's leave it at that, right? But again, see, about this fad for press conferences, right? Put any press conference, at least the way it happens in India. I'm not saying how Trump is answering and what kind of media is there. You ask a question and there is a media person and say, next, Barkha, you will ask. And Barkha will ask a question and Prime Minister or whoever is the head will give answer. You rarely allowed a counter question, right? I'm saying, what is this fad with interviews? Prime Minister will say, you all know the Prime Minister is a
I would disagree. Irrespective of Congress, BJP,
Prime Minister, he will answer very meticulously whatever anyone will ask. Right? He's the most communicative Prime Minister we ever had. Multiple.
Oh my God! These declarations are hilarious.
Mohan. I just want to say to you, Shantanu, that some of that jousting that takes place at the White House between the journalists and the president.
That's not the trend in India anyway. The fact that the president stands and the journalists sit
There is something in that symbolism.
That's not about Narendra Modi.
No, it's not about
such interview?
No, this is not about Mr. Modi.
Such interview of Sonia Gandhi, of Rahul Gandhi.
No, you're right. This is not about Congress, BJP, Mrs. Gandhi or Mr. Modi. This is just me as a journalist saying I love watching those press conferences. But moving on, I want to take final comments from both of you. Shantanu, would you have preferred if question hour held? Would you have preferred for it to be held? Would you have
I am also one of the person who adds to the TRP of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha during the session is on. I'm a keen watcher. It starts from 11 and goes on.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people, and question hour is one of the very interesting. And in fact, in a lot of my books, I quote questions, right? So because that's almost the authentic data. It's the substitute of RTI for people like me, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying I would have loved, but again, these are extraordinary circumstances, right? I'm stuck in my house from last 5 months. I just go down to collect my courier, right? I should have cribbing about it's a procedure, it's just a procedural issue, just for one session.
So let me ask Mohan this: are you desperately looking for issues? It's one session, it's procedural. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are still sitting. Debates are still possible if the speaker were to decide, if the chairman of the Rajya Sabha were to decide, right? So are you making much ado about nothing, Mohan? Final word and we have to close.
No, it's definitely not much ado about nothing. This is devaluation of the elected representative. It started with the removal of the MP lad scheme and it's continuing as such. Now we can talk about EIA 2020, the new education policy, the COVID vaccine policy that we have no insight in, Ladakh in China, the economy. I mean, there are tons of issues here to discuss, which are not being discussed, and elected representatives use the question hour and the 0 hour to do that and put the government on the mat. This government individually vilifies people when they ask questions, and now they're refusing to take questions from public representatives as well. It's shameful.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there. Shantanu Gupta, Mohan Kumar Mangalam, thank you so much. This is going to be one hell of an interesting parliament session to look out for, and it will be interesting to see how, despite there being no question, what goes on in terms of the jousting and the dialogue between the government and the opposition. Very, very newsy and important and critical time in the life of our country. Thank you both, gentlemen, for joining us.
Thank you, Barka.